Hey boys and girls, and welcome to shorter attention what I was doing and things like that. Hopefully it helps you out, you know, hopefully. Welcome back, viewers, to our all-day marathon of PTSD fun. No, I'm just kidding. But anywho, so a minute ago we talked a little bit about some of the symptoms and how they affect your moral injury. So what I'm going to talk about now is re-experiencing symptoms. Now, according to the book, re-experiencing symptoms are memories and images of the traumatic events that may intrude into the minds of those with PTSD. They occur suddenly without obvious cause. They are often accompanied by intense emotions such as grief, guilt, fear, or anger. Sometimes they can be so vivid a person believes the trauma is actually reoccurring. So this one falls under the general anxiety category of PTSD. And basically the re-experiencing of these symptoms and how they affect you on your moral injury is that if they continue to happen when you're asking God for help, yet these symptoms are still happening, you know, you might think, well, where's he at? Why is he not helping me? What's going on here? So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about some of the symptoms they had listed here, how they affected me, and then, you know, we'll go from there. So some of the symptoms that were listed in this book, let me pull out my board here. Okay. So some of the symptoms, again, are basic, all fall into the anxiety category. They were nightmares, sleepwalking or fighting, unwanted memories, flashbacks, somatic flashbacks, which are physically painful or a medical condition emerges linked to the feeling of bodily states associated with the traumatic event. So basically, like you feel like you were physically involved in the situation there. Fixated on war experiences, spontaneous psychotic episodes, which basically the world vanishes and you're suddenly somewhere else experiencing some sort of trauma, panic attacks, and then finally phobias. So how these guys all affected me. You know, I had nightmares. I won't deny that. I didn't really sleepwalk much. I'm not too sure if I fought anyone. I did have unwanted memories and flashbacks. Somatic flashbacks and spontaneous psychotic episodes are really vivid. They're basically like you are reliving moment for moment what happened to you. You're no longer in the present. They can happen while you're driving, while you're hanging out with your friends. Something triggered it, and these can actually be pretty dangerous there. Fixated on war experiences. Anybody who's been to combat can say that they would love to go back. Honestly, I wouldn't mind it some days. Panic attacks I've had. And then phobias. I listed two of my phobias here that came out of just a deployment there. One of the phobias was I didn't feel like I was prepared for the next attack. Even though I was home, there was no attack coming. And then finally not being able to protect my family. I felt like I wasn't going to be able to do enough to keep them around. So basically, again, how these symptoms here affect you is if you're trying to build a relationship with God, you're asking for help, and you're constantly praying, and you constantly want to get better, but you're still getting nightmares, sleepwalking, unwanted memories, flashbacks, somatic flashbacks, fixation on war experiences, spontaneous psychotic episodes, panic attacks, and brand new phobias, then how could he possibly be helping you? Well, basically, in any recovery, sometimes you have to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. So sometimes you have to walk through these. Sometimes you have to experience in more vivid detail before you can actually process your trauma and move forward. So as long as you, basically the book says, as long as you continue to ask God for help, as long as you continue to seek help, and as long as you're talking to someone, eventually your help will get there and all these symptoms will reduce. Now, I did put a little scale down here from 0 to 10. 0 being that none of these symptoms affect you at all, 10 being that these symptoms affect you daily, make your life unbearable. So if you're tracking at home and you're trying to figure out where you're at, go ahead and make this scale, write this list down, and then list on the scale from 0 to 10 just how much these are affecting you. And then over time, if you constantly do this, maybe once a day, once a week, you keep track of your symptoms, you can notice a discernible change, whether it be positive or negative. So our next two videos we're going to cover avoidance and arousal. So those are basically depression and anger issues there. So with that being said, we're going to continue down the 1980s memory trail here, and I'm going to knock out some more push-ups. for me? Yeah. Make it really difficult. Okay. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna come out some more videos before the end of the day. Hopefully, you guys are all learning something and you're all getting, a lot of positive information out of this. If you guys are suffering anything, I'm hoping that this is helping you out. And if you're looking to help somebody again, I'm hoping this is gonna help you out in the long run too. That's what this is all about. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the telemarathon, and I'll see you in a couple minutes.
Yeah.